welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I'm doing a Q&A, but I'm doing it a little bit differently to how I usually do. Usually I just sit down and chat to you guys and I love doing that, but I also just want to do something different. And today I want to bake cookies, and not healthy cookies, which is what I've been doing a lot recently. I've been eating healthy, I've been cooking healthy, I've been baking healthy. But today, I just wanna make something that is really bad for you. And honestly, I probably shouldn't be promoting an unhealthy lifestyle on the internet, but sometimes you just have those days. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody has those days. So today I'm going to be baking cookies. I'll leave the recipe down below. I've never made this recipe before. It's a random one I found off Google, which is how I find most of my recipes. But I have a bunch of questions that you guys sent in to me on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on the Instagram, that's how I get all of my questions for my Q&As. So go follow me at RachelCatherine998 so you can be a part of the next one if you want to be. But let's get all the ingredients out. Firstly, we have butter. We have white sugar. We also need brown sugar, vanilla, eggs, all-purpose flour. Is all-purpose self-raising or is it just plain? I guess it's just plain flour. We got some of that. We need baking soda, salt, and chopped chips. Baking soda, and salt. Okay, I have all my ingredients. We're ready to rumble. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Wait, what is 350 in Fahrenheit? Not Fahrenheit, Celsius. 176, so let's put it on 180. Microwave the butter for about 40 seconds to just barely melt it. It shouldn't be hot, but it should be almost entirely in liquid form. See, this is why I don't cook like this anymore, because this is just so bad for you. Like half a cup of butter. Half a cup. Okay, shall we start on the questions? Oh wow. I left it out so it would be room temperature, but it's kind of already melted. Oh, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm in a jam. I'm gonna start off by answering the questions that I get in every single Q&A. So, let me do a speed round. My name is Rachel. My middle name is Catherine. I am 20 years old. I am studying psychological science, aka psychology, at UQ in Brisbane. I live in Brisbane, in Australia. I live in a house with 3 of my best friends. And I think those are all the basic questions that I get in every single video. Let's put this in the microwave. Beat the butter and sugars until creamy. I'm just gonna mix them together myself. Is that bad? So the first question is, when you finish your degree, are you going to get a job or do YouTube? So I assume this means like, am I gonna do YouTube as a job after I graduate my degree? And the answer to that question is, I don't know yet. I didn't actually realize how difficult it would be to multitask this task. For those of you who don't know, to be a registered psychologist, you need to have like basically 6 years of study. So at least at my university, we do 3 years bachelor degree, 1 year honors, and then 2 years masters, and then you're a clinical psychologist. So currently my plan is to at least finish my 4-year honors, and then I'm gonna see where I'm at. So right now I have finished 2 years of my bachelor, so I have 1 year left of my actual degree. And then if I get the right GPA or get a high enough GPA, I guess I should say, I get to go into the honors program, which is hopefully the plan. And then after I finish that, I'll see what I want to do. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. To be honest, even if I decide to go into masters like straight away, I think I'll still take a little bit of a break, because I literally haven't taken a break from study since I was like 5 years old or like 4 years old before I started school, because I didn't take a gap year or anything like that. So I do want to at some point have a break, whether that means pursuing YouTube as a full-time career or not. I don't know yet. So to answer your question, I don't know. That's not a helpful answer at all, I'm sorry. I would love to just do YouTube full time, but it really depends how YouTube is going for me at that time, and whether that's realistic or not is not really a choice, it's more of an opportunity that arises. So we'll see. Add the vanilla and egg, beat on low speed. Well, I'm beating on my hand speed, so we'll see how that goes. Wait, do I need, oh, I was supposed to also add the brown sugar. Let's add that. I'm using my fingers. I hope that's not that bad. I washed my hands, so it's fine, right? Let's add the egg and the vanilla. I got a lot of questions about my boyfriend. I feel like this is a recurring theme. Every time I do a Q&A, I get a lot of questions about my boyfriend, which to be honest, I can understand, because I don't show him at all, but I also don't talk about him a whole lot. So I can understand why you have questions. So I'm gonna answer a few of them. The first one is, how long have you and your boyfriend been dating? Technically, like officially, we've been dating almost 2 years. We have our 2-year anniversary coming up in the next few weeks. I don't know if this video will already be up by that time, but yeah, almost 2 years. But before we started dating, we were hanging out a lot. Like we went on our first date over 3 years ago. But yeah, technically we've only been dating for just almost 2 years. The next question is, when will you show your boyfriend? And the answer to that is, I don't know. I asked him one time. Actually, I've asked him many times, but what he has told me is either when we get engaged, or I can't remember if he said engaged or married. I hope it's engaged because I feel like it would be so weird to get married to him and you guys still don't even know who he is. But he said either when we get engaged or, get this, he said he would be in my videos if Weet-Bix sponsors me because his favorite thing in the whole world is Weet-Bix. So if you guys can somehow get me a Weet-Bix sponsorship, then he'll be in my videos. And if not, you'll have to wait till we get married. And I don't know when that'll be. So there you go. There's your answer. Add the flour, baking soda, and salt. Mix until crumbles form. Okay, so let's do half a cup at a time, just so it's not super hard to mix. The last, like, somewhat boyfriend related question, which is not completely boyfriend related, is thoughts on waiting till marriage. Do you look down on people who don't wait? So I've mentioned it in a previous Q&A, but I have told you guys that I am waiting till marriage. If you know what that means, you know, and if you don't, you're probably not old enough to know. But yeah, I'm waiting till marriage, and I'm not like ashamed or awkward to talk about that because it's like just a decision that I've made, and I don't think it's like bad or awkward to talk about that, you know? But yeah, that's a decision that I have made for myself and that my boyfriend and I have made together. And as for whether I look down on other people, I definitely don't. I really believe that it's a personal decision that you need to make for yourself and that shouldn't be made for you. So if you want to wait, I think that is so awesome, and I think that it is definitely worth the wait, and there are so many pros to making that decision, in my opinion. But obviously I'm biased because that's a decision that I've made. But if you don't want to wait, that's also your decision, and it's not like I'm gonna think anything differently of you for that, because many of my friends have not made that decision, and that's totally fine. They're still my friends. It's not like I'm gonna be like, no, can't be your friend. You haven't made every single decision the same as me. The next question is, what is your favorite thing about each squad member? I thought this was a super fun question. Look at my whisk right now. So if you're new here and you don't know who the squad is, there are 7 squad members, including myself. So let's begin. My favorite thing about Giorgio is her kindness. I think she is the nicest person I have ever met in my life. I also think she is very trustworthy, and she is my best friend, so I'm biased. My favorite thing about Skye is her humor. I think she is so incredibly funny, and I just love her for that. My favorite thing about Izzy is that she's just like so undeniably herself. Like, she will do whatever she thinks is right, no matter what other people say about it. I also think that she just loves the people in her life so much. Like, if you're close to her, she will look out for you so much, and she will protect you so much, and she will not let anything bad happen to you if she can possibly help it. Look how good that is looking. That looks so good. I'm so excited. My favorite thing about Kia is that she just has so much love to give people. I think she just loves loving people, and I think that's a great trait to have. For the chopped chips, I went and got actual chocolate. If you guys aren't from Australia, because I know so many of you actually aren't, which is insane to me, you need to try Cadbury chocolate because it is the best chocolate in the whole world. Don't try and fight me on this because you won't win. I honestly have a chocolate addiction that I don't think I will ever recover from, and this is the best chocolate that will ever exist. So I'm gonna cut this up into small pieces and add it into my dough. My favorite thing about Jane is her listening skills. She is the best listener that I have ever met, and I love her. And my favorite thing about Anita is her love for Jesus. Next question. What's it like living in the squad house? What things did you have to plan before moving in? Honestly, I love living in the squad house. It is my favorite thing ever, one of the best decisions that I ever made. What things did we have to plan before moving in? Obviously we had to decide who wanted to have the master bedroom, and it was like a pretty easy decision. Like, Georgia was like, yeah, I want it, and everyone else was like, okay, that's fine, because I don't really want it that much. So that was really easy. And obviously we had to decide who was gonna pay more for things. So like, Georgia pays more because she has the master bedroom, and I pay more because I have the extra room as my study slash studio slash office. So Georgia and I pay more than Izzy and Skye do, but that also wasn't something that we fought about. It was just something that we had to like talk about. I guess we also had to plan like how we were gonna split up bills, but that was really easy. We just split everything 4 ways, like our water bill, our electricity bill, our internet bill. So I guess those are the things that we had to plan, but they weren't difficult and they didn't cause fights or anything. It was just things that we had to think about. The next question is, how are you going? / are you satisfied with the life right now? And firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for asking those questions. That's so nice of you. But secondly, I am honestly doing so well right now. Like, I am the happiest I think I have ever been in my whole life. Like, I genuinely have never been as happy as I am right now, living the life that I'm living. And I think that's because of like two main reasons. First one, I really truly believe is because of my relationship with God. I'm really putting him first in everything that I do, and I'm really seeing the benefits of that and seeing the joy, like the true and complete joy that I'm feeling because of that. And secondly, I think I've just made decisions and put myself in situations that make me happy and taken myself out of situations that don't make me happy. And those things can be really small or they can be really big. Like, honestly, this year I unfollowed some people on social media, and not because they're bad people or because I don't like them. Like, a lot of those people, I still think they're great people. I just knew that it wasn't healthy for me to have these people constantly on my feed because I would be comparing myself to them. I also took myself out of some situations that were not healthy for me, and my anxiety has gotten so much better because of that. And I've also put myself into situations that I didn't really always think that I needed to be in or that I wanted to be in, but have really helped me. I've really stepped out of my comfort zone this year a lot, and again, I'm just reaping the benefits from that. So I think it's a lot of trial and error, knowing where you should be and where you shouldn't be, but I think it's so important to figure that out and take time to know yourself and to know where you should be and where you shouldn't be. Guys, these are my cookies. They're ready to go in the oven, so I'm gonna put them in now and put a timer on, and then we'll see how they go. Says they need to cook for 9 to 11 minutes. Where's my phone? Let's put it on for 9 minutes. Timer is on. I still have a few more questions that I wanted to answer, so I'm gonna eat the leftover cookie dough and answer those for you. Someone asked me if I have any Christmas traditions. My boyfriend and I go Christmas looking every year. I think this will be our 4th year doing it. We did 2015, 2016, 2017, and now this will be our 4th year. So that's something that we do together, which I really love. The squad also does it. I think we've done it for the past 2 years, so this will be our 3rd year going to look at Christmas lights together, which is always so fun. As for my family, I don't think we have many like traditions that are like, we always do them. My grandma actually like hand makes all of the grandchildren Santa sacks with all of their names personalized on them and like a bunch of other things, which are really cute. I should show you guys mine one time. It's so cute. And I think that's so special, even though Santa doesn't come to me anymore because I'm too old. In my family, once you pass the age of 12, you're too old for Santa, which is crazy, but like whatever. But other than that, I guess we just eat a lot of food. My family just loves food, but it's just a really great day of spending time with the people that you love. And the last question I'm going to answer is, how did you know you were ready to move out of home? So my brother is 2 years older than me, and he moved out right after he finished grade 12. Like, he graduated in November and moved out in January, I think. His situation was a little bit different because he ended up house sitting for a family that we know who was traveling for a year. So he was like house sitting their home for a year, and that's why he moved out, and he didn't even have to pay rent or anything, which is crazy to me and such a great blessing that he was able to have. And for me, I moved out in March after I finished grade 12, so graduated in November, moved out in March. But I think because I saw my brother leave home as soon as he finished grade 12, I think that was kind of what made me want to. Our parents have always raised us as really independent people, whether that means financially, getting our own transport, looking after food, all of those sort of things have really taught us how to look after ourselves. And so it wasn't really a difficult thing for me to move out because I already kind of knew how to look after myself and I was very independent. So I think if I was to give advice to other people, I would just say, can you imagine yourself living out of home in the sense of, do you know how to do your own washing and laundry, and will you clean up after yourself and be able to clean up a house so that when you have inspections, they're fine with everything? Do you know how to pay bills? Do you have a lot of savings? I think that's a huge one. You need to have a lot of savings. There are obviously going to be things that you never truly understand until you move out, and you can never really experience and be prepared for until you move out. But being as prepared as possible is so important, and I definitely recommend just trying to think of everything you possibly can. But the biggest one I would say is finances. Get your finances in order before you even try to move out, because that would be an absolute mess if you don't. But those are all the questions that I had to answer today. I'm going to wait for these cookies to finish baking, and then I'll taste test them for you guys and tell you if they're good or not, whether I recommend this recipe. So I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds, but for me it'll be like 7 minutes.
Later.
I took my cookies out of the oven like 5 minutes ago and they've cooled down so I can try them for you guys. This is what they look like. I'm so excited. I kind of tried to undercook them a little bit so that they would still be gooey in the middle. Oh my goodness. Wow, they are so good. The recipe literally says, warning friends, do not overbake. This advice is probably written on every cookie recipe everywhere, but this is essential for keeping the cookies soft. Take them out, even if they don't look like they're done yet. They'll be pale and puffy. This, my friend, is a pale, puffy cookie that is not overcooked, and I am so happy to have this in my life right now. This is so good. Well friends, that is the end of this video. If you guys want to see more baking / cooking videos in the future, I would love to do them for you guys because these are so much fun. I love baking. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely do that below so you don't miss out on any future videos. But other than that, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.
I just had to let you know you're mine.